Hello guys, the topic for today is government policy and intervention. Let's begin. The first question is harnessing non-personal data as an useful data for public good can be done only when the sensitivities around it are addressed or discussed. So we have to discuss about the non-personal data and how it can be used for or used as a public good, and we have to also address about the sensitivity issue. Okay, the introduction can be non-personal data. First, we have to write what is non-personal data. Any set of data which does not contain personally identifiable information. So, if it does not contain any personal data, then that is of course a non-personal data. Krish Gopalakrishnan committee. He said that the committee said NPD, that is non-personal data, in India can be allowed to be harnessed by various domestic companies and entities. So various Indian companies, they can use this NPD for Indian entrepreneurship. This is what the Krish Gopalakrishnan committee suggested. Now what are the suggestions by the committee? Other suggestions are, we need separate national legislation and authority for NPD issues, and mandatory sharing of NPD to Indian entrepreneurs. These are the other suggestions by the committee. Now let's come into the sensitivity of NPD. Must be anonymized form. So it has to be anonymous data. That is non-personal data, of course, without particular information about the person. Data related to national security and strategic interest. Localization of government lab or research facility of government, even in anonymized form, are dangerous. If it is a national security related data or some government data, it has to be kept very safely. Harm higher if data is sensitive. So if it is a sensitive data, of course the harm will be higher. Therefore, NPD arising from sensitive personal data may be considered sensitive NPD. So what is sensitive non-personal data? If it is a sensitive personal data, then such NPDs are called sensitive NPD. Now let's look into the issues. Data sets heavily favor big tech companies. The companies like a big corporate company, they have an edge over the smaller and minor companies. And what are the other issue? As a signatory to TRIPS, India extended copyright protection to computer databases in 1999. So we also have this copyright issue as per the TRIPS norms. Now what is the challenge here? Challenge of demarcation between NPD and copyright NPD used as public resource. So we have to demarcate accurately between what is copyright infringement and also what is the NPD. Such demarcation challenges also arises. No clarity over grievance redressal mechanism in committee report. So there is also no clarity on grievance redressal. Now what are the measures which can be made? India needs overarching policy framework for data governance. So we need policy framework specifically for this, and regulation must be clear and concise. We need good regulations, and then demarcate roles of participants properly. We have to demarcate it properly. What is the roles and responsibility of various stakeholders involved? Define NPR in a manner that protects IPR. So we also have to protect IPR, and NPR has also should also play its role side by side. India can learn from France's national strategy on AI policy. What is that French national strategy? It encourages economic players to share and pool their data with state. So this is a very good idea, and even India can adopt such features like France national strategy on artificial intelligence. And in May 2019, EU, that is the European Union, they have this policy of free flow of NPD and data sharing among its member states. So this is also a very good idea. These are some of the measures for India. Now, how can we conclude? The governance of NPD presents complex new considerations that are distinct from concerns relevant to personal data regulation. There is a need for wide public consultation to help bring a different perspective to table. So the governance of NPD. Since it is complex, we have to consider the new suggestions. How? By consulting various public. Thank you.